Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Mark, a trainer here at WEX Field Service Management, and today we are covering reporting in WEX FSM. This webinar will cover lists versus reports, key reports to monitor weekly, the receivables report, appointments and service requests, job summary report, proposals, maintenance plan appointment scheduling, total sales report, and we will go into some advanced reporting as well. We'll look at your daily to-dos as reminders of what reports to check weekly, and then we'll do our live Q&A at the end where you can get your questions answered live on stream. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into WEX FSM. All right. So we have a lot of data in your system, and data is great for looking at how things are going. You can check to see how your sales are going, what kind of revenue is coming in. You have filters to really dive deeper into different parts of your business. We have two main places where that data is held and viewable and trackable. And one is under the Jobs tab. So if you look in the top left, it says Jobs, and we have what are called lists. And all of these are lists that basically will show you all of your jobs in a list, all of your invoices in a list, all of your proposals in a list, etc. So we're going to look through some of these lists. These are nice, singular focused lists to look at that piece of data. And then we do have an entire reporting section that is a little more multifaceted and allows you to dive deeper into those reports. To start, we're going to work our way through some lists. Let's go to the job list. So we'll hover over jobs and go to job list. The job list, this is really just a great, easy place to search for a job. This is going to have all of your jobs in your system, and you can search by job number, customer name, or location. You can also search jobs by date range, job type, and status. Maybe I want to look at, how many installs did we do last month? And then you can look and search through those installs that you did last month. If you want to see flagged jobs only, so in your system, when you create a job, you can click flag for follow-up to flag that job, representing that something needs to be followed up with that job. If you want to see all of your flagged jobs, you can click Show Flagged Jobs Only. And this comes in really handy to see what follow-ups you have, especially if you're working in the office and you have sticky notes all over your desk to remind you of things. You can kind of clean those sticky notes up and get those in the system as flags. You can click on each flag, update the information, click save, and you can also complete flags, save, and they will be removed from the show flag jobs only list, but will still be available in the full job list. And if you see that you want to go into one of these jobs and take a closer look, you can always click on the job number in red, and that will take you to the job page. Next, let's take a look at the invoice list. So we'll go to Jobs, Invoice List. This will show you all of your invoices in your system. Now, this is a place where if you have a invoice number written down and you want to just type it in and search for an invoice, this is a good place to just quickly search for an invoice. But if you're syncing to QuickBooks, this is an essential page to check the sync status. So for those of you who are syncing to QuickBooks, go to the invoice list and look at the auto sync column. This is the sync status of these invoices. And the way this works, you create an invoice in your system, you add line items to that invoice, and then once you save that, that will then sync to your QuickBooks. Any updates or changes or even payments that are made on those invoices, they will sync down to your QuickBooks. And to check that, to make sure that that sync happened correctly, this is the page you will do that. You will see that these will be green and they will say synced when they have successfully synced over. Also, if there are any that say not ready, if you happen to notice something that looks like this, yellow with red details, this means that there's a piece of information missing and your system isn't sure where to sync this. So very easy to troubleshoot here. If you do run into this, you can just click on details and it will tell you what it wants. Now, for this one in particular, this says this invoice does not have any line items or line item descriptions and cannot be synced to QuickBooks. So just a pro tip for you to know, if you create an invoice but you don't add any line items, it will not sync. An invoice does require line items to sync. Now, what's nice about that is you create an invoice, maybe you get busy, you save the invoice, there's no line items. Whenever you open that back up and add a line item to it, once you save, it will just automatically sync. So you don't have to worry about coming back here and fixing anything. All of these with the $0 price point will just fix themselves once you add a line item. But for something like this, we see there is a balance, but it's still not ready. What does this want? Click details. A tax group is required to sync. So I will just select the proper tax group and click save. And now that will go into a ready status, and that's all I had to do. And so if ever you do see a not ready, just click details and follow what it says, and know that if there are no items on the invoice, it will always pop up with not ready and won't sync until you add those items. Next, let's look at the proposal list. So we'll go to Jobs, Proposal List. And you may have guessed, this is a big list of all of your proposals in your system. This one is very simple. This is just a big list of proposals. You're able to click on the proposal number to open that proposal. You can click on the PDF, which will show you a PDF preview of the proposal. When you send proposals to your customer, this is what they will see. They will see the PDF version of this. And then you have your proposal statuses. Is it open? Is it signed? Closed? Voided? Declined? Etc. And if you want to go to the job that this proposal is connected to, you just click on the job number here. Next, let's look at the payment list. And the payment list, let's go ahead and set our date back to the beginning of the year. And there we go. This will show you a big list of all your payments in your system. You can search by date range, by payment type, payment method. Maybe you want to see all of your payments made by check from last week if you're searching for something. Payment status. Are there any payments that are pending? Also, payments need to settle before they will sync. So if you take a payment and your customer's bank is taking a little long, and you notice that that payment has not synced yet, you can come here and look at the auto sync status. Most likely you'll search the customer name and then you can see the status here. And once that settles, then it will sync down to your QuickBooks. And you can search by customer name, payer name, or the amount of the payment. If you click on this red arrow here, that is a little drop down that allows you to see the invoice the payment is connected to, if applicable. And you can click on the three dots to edit the payment, change the payment to a new customer, refund the payment, or delete the payment entirely from your records. Next, let's go to the payment plan list. We'll go to Jobs, Payment Plan List. And this will show you all of your payment plans. So in your system, in WEX FSM, if you have a maintenance plan program, you can set a contract to be until canceled and set your customer up on a recurring payment plan. And it's really nice when you have a ton of customers on a reoccurring plan. You get some recurring revenue coming into the business, but you want a place to be able to check and look at those payment plans. This is the place to do that. This will show you, well, first you can toggle by payment, by month, by year, and you can search by customer name, payer name, amount, and maintenance plan contract. Next, let's go to the maintenance plan list. So we'll go to Jobs, Maintenance Plan List. And this will allow you to see all of your maintenance plans in your system, and it's categorized by customer. You can search by customer name, location, or phone number. And this just shows all your maintenance plans in your system so you can see them at a glance in bulk. And maybe from here, you want to see plans that expire. So, like right now is May 1st. Maybe we want to see plans expiring in June. And now these are the customers who I want to reach out to for a renewal. Like, hey, your maintenance plan is going to expire next month. You want to go ahead and sign up for another year or two, or, et cetera. So, good place to track renewals from the maintenance plan list here. Okay, so that's a run through of lists that you may want to be checking daily. Now, let's go and look at some reports. To get to the main reporting page, you will click on Reporting. And that brings you to the reporting page. This allows you to see all reports that are available for the standard reporting. Just so you know, there's standard reporting. These reports are available for everyone who has a WEX FSM subscription. And there is an additional, an add-on for reporting if you are interested in that. That would be advanced reporting. We will take a look at advanced reporting in just a bit, but right now our main focus is just on the original reports. From here, there's a lot of different reports. I do love that each of these has a little description of what each report is. So you can kind of get an idea of what you will get from that report. And I just have hand selected some reports for us to really dive into today. The very first one being the receivables report in the accounting section. So in the top left under accounting, we're going to look at the receivables report. And let's set our date back to April 1st of this year. And there we go. So, receivables report. This is if you are in charge of the revenue and just keeping a pulse on invoices and outstanding balances, are customers paying their bill? This is going to be your best friend. This shows you all of your invoices, aka your receivables in your system. And from here, you can search by date range, by job type. Maybe I want to look at all of my invoices I created last month for installs. You can do it by payment status. invoice status by technician. Maybe I have a new technician and I just want to spot check their invoices, make sure they're making those invoices look good and correct as per our company guidelines. And you can also search by bill to customer, invoice number, invoice name, billing address, and location. Any of these filters that you adjust will update the filtered totals, which is nice. And, if I'm trying to pinpoint or isolate, maybe like how much money did we make from maintenance visits this year? Whatever you want to look at, you can put those filters here and those totals will update for you. Now, probably my favorite feature of this report is it's more than just data. We can send reminders, payment reminders out to customers from here. So, a typical scenario, there's money out there in the world that people owe you. You've already done the work and it's time for them to pay and they just haven't paid their bill yet. Uh, so, if you want, you can click payment status and we want to search for all invoices with an overdue payment. And that means that we have done the work, it's past the due date, and these are officially customers who owe you money. And we can see there's over 18 grand out there in the world that we need to collect on. And you right here under select all, you can just click select all, send invoices, and send. And that's going to send a payment reminder out to all of these customers. And it's really nice when a lot of people pay their bill all at one time after sending out a bulk reminder. But receivables report, great place to view your receivables and send out payment reminders. Next, let's look at appointments and service requests. So we're going to go back to reporting and under jobs, we're going to go to appointments and service requests. From here, exactly what it sounds like. All of your appointments and service requests that you create, you can see in bulk on this page. This will show you appointment notes, which is nice. So instead of having to go into each job, you can just read what the notes say. And then it will show you which technician is connected to the appointment, hours scheduled versus hours worked. And then you do have some filters that you can view here. And it's nice because this will show you your appointments and your service requests. So even draft appointments that you have not gone out and completed yet, you can pull up from this report. Next, we're going to look at the job summary report. So going back to reporting, job summary, and let's select a date range from April to today. So job summary report, this just gives you a high level visibility into your jobs, the status of each job, and perhaps inspire you to follow up on a job if something doesn't look right. And, what do I mean by that? You can see the number of appointments that were scheduled versus appointments completed. If I see that, here's a good example. So today's the 1st. This is saying on April 29th for my customer, Emily, an appointment was scheduled, but it was not completed and there's no proposal and there's no invoice. So this is something I may want to look into. Did my technician not do this job? Did we miss this? Is Emily upset? Or did they do the job and they just forgot to clock in? If I want to investigate further, all I do is just click on the job and it'll allow me to go and take a look at that. So great place to see all of your jobs in your system, search by date range or job type, and view details on appointments, proposals, and invoices. You can also see if there are any flags for follow-up on here. And you can also show flag jobs only if you want to just see all of your flagged jobs at once. Just as a pro tip, any of these that have a download button in green, you can download this as an Excel file or a PDF file, and it will take on the filtered data. So if I change my date range, I change my job type, etc., and then download it, it will download the filtered data that you have. All right. Next, let's go to the proposals report. So we'll go to reporting under jobs, proposals. And again, let's change that date range. Let's see last month's numbers. And the proposals report is pretty interesting. You are able to, well, first, you can see all your proposals at a glance. So this will have any proposal that you've created in your system. And you can quickly view those proposals by clicking the PDF icon, and it'll show you a preview. If you're going to send this proposal to your customer, this is what they will see. And if you want to quickly go into a job, you will click on the job number here. But I think one of my favorite parts of the proposals report is it will show me my close rate. And there is a little a detail, a nuance here that you need to know. And that is, let's say that you do commercial jobs and you are putting in bids for jobs, or you are creating estimates or proposal to show your customer, and they will either approve or decline the work. If they approve it, that will be seen as a job won. If they decline it, that will be seen as a job loss. And if you want to have a proper close rate, so like right now, this is showing we had 11 opportunities and we only won 3 of them. So, maybe I want to look further into that. In order for this to track correctly, you will want to make sure that in the job itself, and we're just going to pop out real quick to this no AC call job. Each job has this right here called opportunity. If this is toggled on, this will tell your system that this job is an opportunity you want to be considered in the proposals report in that close rate. If this is a single family home residential one and done, we're not doing a proposal, we're just fixing it, fixing the issue and taking payment. I probably don't want to include this in my close rate, so I would want to turn the opportunity off. And then when you are creating a appointment, you can also choose whether or not this is an opportunity. So I'm just gonna real quick create an appointment. I'm talking to the customer. I realize, we're gonna do a big brand new system replacement for them. This is going to be an install. Perhaps this is a furnace install. I swear I spell the word furnace wrong every time. I don't know why. And then from here, you'll want to click on Show Lead. And then here's that opportunity. So is this something you want to consider as an opportunity so your close rate will be correct? Turn that on. And then if you make the proposal, you send it to the customer, they accept it, that will now be tracked as an opportunity, whether they accept or decline it. If you do not have opportunity turned on, it just won't be considered at all in the proposal report here as it relates to your close rate. All right. Next, let's look at possibly one of my favorite reports, the maintenance plan appointment scheduling report. So we're going to go back to reporting, under jobs, maintenance plan appointment scheduling. If you run a maintenance plan program, this is going to be your best friend for scheduling the visits that you're going to, send your technicians out and go do the actual maintenance visit. Now, from here, by default, it will show you your current and future maintenance plans and your current and next service windows. This is nice, but in reality, you're most likely going to use this page to help you schedule your visits. And the question you'll ask yourself is, who do I owe a service to right now? And to determine this, I would get rid of next and get rid of future. So it just says current, current. You can also just click in and select what you would like to see in here. But this is saying if this is current in both, this is who has a current maintenance plan, meaning the contract is not expired, and who are we within the current service window. So if a service window would include the month of May, today's date, then they will show up down below here. And this is nice. So now this is everyone who I currently owe a service to. And I can either use the customer information on the left to call each customer. Hey, Jerry, we see that, well, actually, for this one, if you look, this says appointment status. It says that we missed this. So that means that we scheduled this appointment, but no one clocked time on it. So this is saying that we missed this appointment. If it says unscheduled, then that means that it just hasn't been scheduled yet. So we owe Jerry a spring service. I could call Jerry and then talk to him on the phone. He lets me know, yeah, why don't you come out tomorrow? And just click unscheduled, and you can do all of your scheduling for maintenance visits right from this report without having to go to the schedule page. What's nice about this is it will automatically select the correct job folder for each maintenance. And you just, schedule now, pick your date and time, and schedule like you normally would. But it's nice you are doing it from the maintenance plan page. And then if you want, you can send out a reminder to your customers. So click send notifications, select all, review, and send. And so right now we currently owe 18 people a service, and this will send them a message. It will choose between text message and email based on the customer's personal communication preferences you have set on their profile. And then you'll hit send, and that will send out a little notification that just reminds them, hey, you are within your service window. Please contact us to schedule your maintenance visit. And then, as a pro tip, if you want to see what that message looks like, but like I'm about to send this message, but what's that even going to say? What's that going to look like to my customers? Go to settings, call and notifications. And we have two pages for this. There's email notifications, messaging, and text notifications. Those are two separate pages. Make sure you go to both. But this is the maintenance plan appointment scheduling request, and here it is. Maintenance plan scheduling request. And then what you see here in this text box is exactly what your customer will see. So I'm your customer. I get a message from you. It says this is a reminder that, it's time to schedule your next appointment. Please contact us here. If you want to make this more personalized, you just click into it, type out what you want, click save, and you'll see a preview of what your customer will see down below here. If you change this for email and you want it to be the same message, just copy, go to the text notifications page and then paste it and save into there. So you have both email and text covered. All right. Next, let's look at the total sales report. So we're going to go back to reporting and we'll go to total sales, which is all the way at the bottom in the sales section, and click on total sales. This allows you to, oh, let's get some data in here. We'll go back to April 1st. And this is great just to, look at your sales. Quickly track and compare sales performance. You can view totals for today, months to date, and year to date. And you can filter by date range, by job type. How much money did we make from installs? So you see all of our installs. And then your filtered totals. So it will show you the totals based on the filters that you set. And so it shows you the total sales, the taxes, and the sales and taxes combined from here. If you want to look at what the customer would see if they receive this invoice, just click on the PDF icon to see a preview of that. All right. And then next, let's look at the time clock total. So we're going to go to reporting under users and go to time clock total. Now, time clock in your system, there is a daily time clock. And this is typically how you would clock in and out for the day. If I'm working in the office, most likely I'm working on the desktop version, which is what we're looking at right now. And I would go right here. There are some numbers in the top right. When I click on this is going to bring me to my daily time clock. And just like any job you've ever had, you need to clock in so you can track your time that you're working. You'll click clock in. It's time to go to lunch. We'll clock out. Come back from lunch, clock in. And now we finished our job for the day. It's time to go home. We'll clock out. Those timestamps will be recorded and visible on the time clock total page. If you want to isolate by date range, you can do that. If you want to isolate by employee, you can do that as well. And it will just give you detailed clock in and clock out times and then full durations here. Now, WEX FSM is not a payroll software. There's no way to pay out for the time that is clocked, but you can use this information to then enter into whatever your payroll software is. So, time clock total. Now, let's take a look at advanced reporting. So, everything we've talked about is available as a part of your main subscription. So, everyone in here should have access to everything that we've talked about. I do want to use this opportunity to talk about advanced reporting. This is an add-on subscription. So to sign up for this, if you are interested, you would go to Settings, Subscriptions, and then you'll want to go to the Additional Products section. Scroll down and you will see Advanced Reporting. Now, I'm going to go over a little of this, kind of demo what some of the advanced reporting features do. But if you do want to learn more about this, you will click Learn More from here. And we do have an entire article for this, some video guides that you can watch and determine, is this something that would benefit you? Now, to get to advanced reporting, once you have signed up, added this to your subscription, now you will have this new advanced reporting button. And when you click on reporting, instead of it taking you to that reporting page with all the different reports, which is still available. That will be on Original tab. It will bring you to the Advanced Reporting tab. And advanced reporting just allows you to see your data more clearly. There's more opportunity to get insights and really drill down into certain things. You can create custom reports and put them on a schedule. So maybe every Friday you want to see your total sales. You can do that now, and it will just curate those reports for you and send them to your email. So let's see an example of how some of this works. By default, when you go to advanced reporting, you'll be on the advanced reporting dashboard. And just even at a glance on the overview tab, you can see total invoiced, total payments for the month, average invoice total, some customer statistics, number of customers with recent activity, signed proposals this month, proposal totals, appointments by location with a heat map, and appointment by status and total payment amount by job type. We can see, we're making the most money from service right now this month. Then you have all reports. And this is going to show you all of the advanced reports that are available. We are adding to this. So, we are each month looking at the reports that we have, determining what reports our customers are asking for, and adding more to these pretty frequently. You can click the heart to add something to your favorites. So if there are reports that you want to check frequently, I would add the heart to it. That will then add it to your favorites list. And then each of these are really just tags. These will be all of your customer reports, your equipment reports, your job reports, sales reports, etc. And then there is a way to create custom reports, which we will look at in just a second. Let me check my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, good, good. So let's go back to all reports. And something that makes this very powerful is you are able to type in a question about your reports and really just tell the system what data you want to see. So I can just click into here and I can say, how much revenue did I make last month? And enter. This will then have an AI assistant called Assist IQ help you out here. It will look through all of your data in your system, reference the question that you've asked it, and then it will start, thinking, getting the data, and then output a data set for you based on the question that you have. There is the quick search, which is kind of a faster search. Then there is deep analysis, which will think a little harder. And then you just wait for it to think. And then we will take a look at scheduling reports before we get into our Q&A. But we can see that we made in revenue 40,000.39. Yeah, just a tiny bit over 40,000 last month. And that is being pulled from the data in our system. And all I did, so you just simply ask it in just very normal language, ask your questions, and it will look through your data and provide an answer. Now, from here, if you scroll down, you can download this data. You can click the three dots and save this as a custom report. This is where it starts to get really powerful. You can start to ask it questions. You can ask it multiple questions. Maybe you want to drill deeper into this question to find the exact answer that you want. And once you find that answer, click on this and hit Save Custom Report. Name that report. We asked how much revenue, so maybe this is total monthly revenue, and click save. That will save this as a custom report. And then before I get off of this, if you notice that this provided you with a good answer, give it a thumbs up. That will teach the AI that it's doing a good job. And if it gives you a wrong answer or you just don't like what you received here, click the down arrow, and that is actually connected to our product team. And they to look at the downvotes and make adjustments to the AI based on uh, incorrect answers as well. So you can train the AI right here with thumbs up and thumbs down. But getting out of here, if we go, let's refresh and go to our custom reports. Here it is, total monthly revenue. And this will pull on the most recent data. So we asked this question in the month of May. Next month, it will pull data based on the next month. It is smart in that way and understands how to keep the data up to date. So custom reports, that's great. And then now this is just set. So I'll be able to look at this to see my total monthly revenue because I saved it as a custom report. Okay. The last thing we're going to talk about before our Q&A is just where you can find more resources. If you are interested to learn more about reporting, go to the Help Center and you can either under the Help tab, type reporting, and all of our guides and knowledge base articles for reporting will show up here. You can also, under the Home tab, go to Video Courses and Webinars. Scroll down. And this is where you will find the replays. So you can right here click on reporting to watch a replay of today's session. And then we do under the courses section also have the advanced reporting guide here, which is actually dives much deeper into advanced reporting further than what we went into today. And of course, if you have any questions, you need some guidance, you can always click contact support to reach out and get help from a WEX FSM representative. Okay, that is all the information we have for today's presentation. We're going to move to our Q&A now, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining. My name is Mark with WEX Field Service Management, and this has been Reporting.